Everybody, it is Tuesday evening. This is Off Our Game podcast. It's the best little sports show that you haven't heard of. We do our best to be regular guys, to bring regular sports and an entertaining hour and a little bit of personality all wrapped into one. I have two awesome gentlemen. I am Brandon Sosa tonight, joining with Kerry Mullins. What's up, Mullins?
Not much, man. How's it going, brother?
It's been a week so far already. It's already Tuesday. Cook, what's going on? This is Bryan Cook, everybody. What's going on, Cook?
Not a whole lot, man. Ready to get rolling.
Yeah? You ready to talk some sports?
I'm ready to hit this like the UFC.
Oh, dude.
Walk-off knockout.
Oh, man. Nope. All right, Amanda Nunes.
No, she did not get a knockout.
No, she did not, actually. So, what's going on? Tell me what's going on, guys. What happened since the last time we talked?
I think Nunes would whoop my ass. I don't want anything to do with her.
Yeah, she would be scared to approach probably. So, cool. What's going on, man? What's the word?
We're getting ready for the birthday this week. The 6-year-old on Thursday. So that's all we talk about all day long every day is how many days to my birthday? What am I getting for my birthday?
Yeah. What are we getting for my birthday?
I want $1 million in V-Bucks is what I was told today.
Ooh,
wow.
What is
that? That's sorry.
Fortnite.
That's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Not going to happen, huh? How much will you give him?
I think he's going to get something like 10,000 V-Bucks is what he's getting.
Okay.
As part of his gift.
Can you do a lot with that? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. It's like $50 worth of V-Bucks.
Okay.
You can do quite a bit with it. We're going to do that. We're going to eat some Costco licks. That's what he wants. And then usually for his birthday, we go out to the beach, but we're not going to the beach this year.
Okay.
So because we always go to the beach and then go to the dolphin tour and all that kind of stuff. But we're not doing that this year. We're just going to kind of chill here at the house. And kind of the thing around the house is when it's your birthday, you get to pick what's on TV. You get to pick what everybody watches. So you'll be making everybody sit downstairs watching them play Fortnite, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should be I like it. All right. Mullins, what's going on since last time we talked, man? What's going on with you?
Oh, man, not much of nothing. Just working and trying to keep things straight around here.
Yeah. So
so how do your interviews go, man?
I am just waiting for callbacks now. Everything went good and just waiting for callbacks now. So I'm waiting on 3 different ones. One already sent me an offer, and I'm trying to hold off as long as possible to hear from the other 2 before I formally accept. So I'm hoping I hear something at least before, Thursday. I mean, by Thursday, I should say. By Thursday, so that I can formally accept things on Friday. So we'll see how it goes. So
nice.
That's going pretty well.
Got to leverage against each other.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. So, other than that, some family stuff going on, and just I'm ready for all this pandemic thing to just really finally be done, and I just want things to be normal, if that makes sense. I just want things to be normal all the time now. So
they officially told us today, they've been rumoring it, officially told us that we are officially closed until the middle of September.
Man, officially, huh?
Officially. And then they'll reassess the beginning of September for the rest of the session.
Mullins, what have they told you?
We're phasing back in. So by the end of this month, they'll start allowing more people back into the offices. But it's not going to be until August when the students get back before most people will be back in the offices. And even then, they're like, if you're in a high risk category, it's up to you whether you want to come in or not. So
if it's like going to come in, have they said they're going to make you use vacation time or anything? Or are they just like,
no.
You can continue to work
remotely? Work from home, yeah. Yeah, as long as you can do your job from home. Which
I've heard some folks already said that, if you choose to not come in, that's cool, but you're going to have to use your vacation time to cover that time.
Right, yeah. I mean, if we had people that could not do their job outside of the office, then, yeah, they would have to do that. But just about everybody that works in my building, they can do their stuff at home. It's not that real big of an issue because we don't have students in my department, so we don't deal with any of that. So it's a lot easier for us.
Oh,
welcome to the Code Podcast.
Well, you know what's funny? Okay, so I'll tell you a little short story, and then we'll jump right into our quick hitters. Okay, so for the past year, we have been saving money to go on a trip to Puerto Rico. Right? Initially, we were going to try to go somewhere in the Caribbean because that's just where, it's just going to be easy to go to fly Southwest out of Houston, right? Yeah. We were going to go somewhere in the Caribbean. Well, I needed to get my passport renewed. I started that process in December, thinking that by July it wouldn't be a problem, right? Well, with everything hitting the way it did, everything's backed up. I'm not going to get my passport in time to go to Caribbean. So we changed it to Puerto Rico so we could fly to Puerto Rico. Long story short, Natalie's work is going to make her quarantine herself when she gets back for 14 days. So they're going to make her use her sick days because they're going to automatically quarantine her, even though she might not have a temperature, she might not have anything. They're going to quarantine her for 2 weeks. So not only does we get to go back she gets off for a week, but when she comes back, she gets to use sick pay for 2 more weeks. So there you go.
So she's taking a 3-week vacation.
She gets a 3-week vacation.
Holy cow.
Can't complain about that.
I know, right?
Man.
As long as you have the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the problem if you didn't have the time. Like, well, just forget that crap.
Yeah. Well, she's got like 500 hours plus of sick time, so it's not a problem at all.
There you go.
500 hours.
So she went from having a 1-week vacation or, whatever to basically a 3-week vacation.
She's like, I'll quarantine for the rest of the year.
Yeah, no joke. I can take off from now till Christmas if you want me to.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's jump into our quick hitters. Topic number 1, okay, according to Dallas Morning News, Mr. Michael Irvin, former of the Dallas Cowboys, came out and said that he wanted to extend Dak Prescott, been campaigning for him, and to give him back pay at a bargain over the first 4 years of his career. According to him, Dak has everything, and he has won. What are your thoughts on this, Mullins? Because you're a Cowboys fan, so you go first.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Irvin apparently is still on cocaine or something. I don't understand this at all. That dude. Look, Prescott has been impressive his first 4 years. No doubt about it. He's been playing good ball, but he still has not won when it counts.
Okay.
So to say you should pay him back pay, because Cowboys got to steal. I mean, he got drafted in the 4th round. They're paying him, I think it was like $2.9 million for the 4 years.
Yes.
Dirt cheap. But that's the name of the game. I mean, and that's how it ends up. So to say he needs back pay is just ridiculous.
Technically, Dak hasn't had a losing season. The worst he's had so far is 8-8. Okay, so he is 40-24 technically over his time with the Cowboys. So it's not bad. I mean, you're talking about 16 games above 500. Does that change your opinion at all?
No. Has he won the Super Bowl?
No.
Okay. That's
how many
the end of story.
Does he have? How many playoff wins does he have? Just one?
One.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same as Romo?
Yes.
Yes. Is that your point? Are you done with that question right there?
I'm just shocked by that.
And Romo got jack squat his first 4 years too. So
yeah. Well, my thought on this whole thing is you don't give him any back pay. Come on, it's part of the system of the NFL, right? You fall into a slot, you get paid what you get paid, you play the contract out, you negotiate what you need to negotiate on your next contract. You're stuck with what you got when you come into the league. That's what it is.
Yep.
Okay. So he doesn't. So you don't think he deserves back pay?
No, there's no back pay. He's not going to get any back pay. The NFL has it in place where if you outplay your performance, your rookie contract at the end of each season, they have those bonuses they pay out.
They do, yes.
So I mean, he's gotten a couple of those checks already. So don't cry me a freaking river, man. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't hear anybody saying Mahomes deserves back pay.
Yeah,
he won the Super Bowl.
He won a freaking Super Bowl and an MVP. Yeah. Whatever, man.
So, okay, well, I'm done with this question, too, because I don't think he deserves the pay we talked about before, nor does he deserve back pay. And Michael Irvin, I appreciate the guy. I love him. I'm a Cowboys fan, too, but you got to stay out of this one. All right, quick hitter number 2. NHL is ready to play. NASCAR is back. NFL has a plan as far as concerns going forward. NBA is back as well. Soccer is being played in most of the parts of the world. That being said, Major League Baseball still doesn't have their same stuff together. Players and owners have countered back and forth. The last counter was 76 games with a cut in pay. Is Major League Baseball going to get their stuff together, Cook? What do you think?
Man, I saw this afternoon a couple of things I saw. I saw that the Players Association countered back with 89 games to the owners' 76 games. Mm-hmm. And I also heard something very interesting today that I didn't realize.
What's that?
Players really don't have any leverage in this at all. They can't strike. I know that sounds weird to say, but they can't strike because it would be deemed an illegal strike and it would violate the CBA and forfeit their rights going forward. So they would be just totally hammered to the wall by the owners if they do try it. So at this point, it's shut up and play ball.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if they gave you an offer, they gave you 50 games, said we weren't going to do anything more, and then they came back and said, okay, we'll meet you halfway, we'll do 76. Now your greedy ass wants 89. They've already met you halfway, in my opinion. Shut up and play ball at 76.
Okay, Mullins.
Yeah, they've got to get this going. I mean, everybody else is playing, so are getting ready to play. They're getting their stuff in order and lining things out while these guys are still squabbling over a few games. 76, 89, come on. That's absurd.
That's 13 games.
That's 13 games. And you've got to finish this thing as early as possible in the fall, because what if New York, the Yankees are back in it again, and you take this thing into November, you might have to call some games because of snow.
Yeah.
You've got to get this wrapped up.
The way I feel about it completely is the fact that at this point, I'm done. At this point, if I'm done with Major League Baseball, they have, not say lost me as a fan forever, but they've lost me as a fan for this season right now. Will I kind of keep track of it if they actually anything going? I probably will because I'm a sports person. But overall, yeah, I'm kind of done with these guys because it's ridiculous. They haven't solved the what they're going to do, where they're going to play. They haven't solved what they're going to do for their testing. They haven't solved any of the other strategic things that they have to get done. So now you're saying we can't even agree on games, much less everything else that's going on. So Major League Baseball, I'm not going to bring you up anymore on this podcast until actually he sees some results. I know that much. So quick hitter number 3, Zion Williamson's former marketing agent, Gina Ford, has accused the Pelican superstar of accepting illicit benefits from Adidas, Nike, and Duke itself before committing to play for the Blue Devils, which, this is probably normal stuff. Florida Court of Appeals ruled Thursday that Zion will have to answer questions under oath regarding – will not have to answer, questions under oath regarding payments from Duke. Should Zion have to answer, Mullins?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yep,
Even though he might have been a minor then. He might have been a minor then. He might have been under 18.
It's fraudulent activity, or not fraudulent. It's illegal activity, especially when it concerns, players being paid or, getting special benefits. So yeah, he's got to talk.
Okay. Cook.
Is it illegal or against the rules? That's the question.
Oh, here we go.
If it's against the rules,
all right, Bill Clinton.
Then I broke the rules. If it's illegal,
Bubba.
Bubba. All right, Bubba.
It depends. What's your definition of illegal and against the rules? I mean, if he violated a law, then sure, I think he has to spill his guts out. If not, and it's just a matter of whether he broke the NCAA rules, I don't know. I don't know how you can force him unless the court says you got to answer the question. And right now they're saying you don't. So I wouldn't say a thing.
I'd
what? Like to know.
This is how I feel about this thing. The NCAA has no backbone to stand on this, okay? No. They have no backbone. They pick and choose who they actually want to penalize and who they want to hurt, and either the player or the institution. If they were consistent across the board, if they were just hammered everybody that violated it, I'd be like, you know what, this guy has to answer. They have been consistent across the board. Anybody that does anything always gets in trouble. They've got to do it. But because they don't, and they get SFA gets in trouble, but people like Texas doesn't get in trouble for some of the crap that they pull, because they pull crap at Texas, okay, at USC, Ohio State. These guys pull out all the big things for all these recruits. And SFA over in Nacogdoches, Texas, over in the Piney Woods, is going to get a postseason suspension, but nobody else gets anything with their hand slapped. Oklahoma State gets something. Like, come on, Oklahoma State's going to get something? No. I would love for him to answer personally. That's just me. But should he? No, because the NCAA has no leg to stand on as an institution itself. So they are bogus to me.
I would love to see Duke get smacked. I would love to see Duke just get smacked with some sort of, scholarship reduction or suspension from postseason play. I would love to see.
They would, but Coach K is such a huge advocate for these guys. I mean, I'm not saying that he goes out and says NCAA is great. What I mean is that he's a good face for college basketball. So they're not going to slap him down.
It's not going to happen, but I would love to see it take place.
Oh, I know. Me too. Yep. All right, let's get into the main event of things, guys. Okay, so we got some topics we're going to hit tonight. UFC 250 with this past weekend. Had some good fights. I didn't get to catch all of them. Got the undercard. I didn't get a chance to get to the main event. I read about it, but they were good. Mullins, so what are your overall thoughts of UFC 250?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Entertaining. And, when you got to the main event with Nunez, it went it went to full rounds. So I was kind of surprised about that. I thought Nunez was going to knock her out early. But Spencer can take a hit, man. That girl took a beating, and she kept coming. I mean, and she took a beating against Cyborg too. So it's really kind of impressive. She's gone 10 rounds with two of the toughest punchers in MMA, and never got knocked out. How she did that, I don't know. Like I'm not going to steal the phrase from Cook, but it was amazing. Some of the other ones, though, what was that fighter's name? Garbrandt?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw the replay of his punch. Holy crap.
That was devastating.
That was a duck and a out of nowhere punch. And then O'Malley, his walk-off knockout was awesome, too. And that one was quick. That was just, less than 2 minutes into the round one.
Yeah.
So it has some good stuff, some choke outs and some really good fights. So I was impressed with it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the fight, though, or the punch, I should, the knockout I still love is Nagano's when he came out against Overeem. Oh, man, that punch. Yeah. Dude, that anybody else that, didn't have a solid neck, their head probably wasn't flying. Right. Anyway, Cook, did you have some overall thoughts about UFC 250?
Yeah, man, and Kerry alluded to it. But, I very much thought this Nunez versus Spencer was Creed against Apollo Creed against Balboa, man. I mean, she just beat the dog crap out of that woman the whole fight, man, and she just kept coming. Kept beating her, man. It was incredible. It really was. I was impressed with her jaw, man. She was that's a tough person right there. I don't care if she's woman, male, whatever. That was amazing. The Garbrandt, though, that knockout to me, that duck and come up with that right hook, man, was devastating.
It was beautiful.
That dude was out on his feet and then just crashed into the ground. That was I went back and watched this week the Dillashaw Garbrandt fights. I really like that series. I think Dillashaw's on suspension right now, but I like to see those two jump back in the ring for a third matchup. But I thought the fights were good, man. I enjoyed them.
Yeah. Like I said, I caught the undercard, and some of the undercard was pretty good. I didn't get a chance to catch all the main events.
I watched the main events on replay. I didn't see them live because I ain't paying $60.
Yeah. So Nunez impressed me as always. She does. I was impressed by Spencer as a whole. I would love to see them actually go at it one more time just to see if Spencer could land one and I'd say get lucky, but basically get lucky and see what would happen if she staggered Nunez. I would love to see that. But out of all those fights, though, which one was your favorite, Mullins?
I would think.
What was your favorite fight and your favorite knockout too?
Yeah, the Garbrandt. I mean, that was a good fight. It went in. Was the second round that he knocked him out?
Yeah.
So it was still really good, and right up to that point, and just that punch was just so beautiful. So I just can't get away from that. That was awesome. I mean, the Nunez Spencer fight, that was great, but the fact that and everybody, and I was kind of watching some tweets as I was listening to the fight, and everybody was like, "Oh, she's just toying with her, make it last longer." And I'm like, that's a dangerous game to play if she really was playing with her, because it only takes one slip, and Spencer could have knocked her butt out or gotten her into some kind of a hold. That's all it takes. So I don't think Nunez was really playing with her. She might have been holding back a little bit just to not hurt Spencer, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But I don't think she was toying with her. Spencer's just hard as a rock. Yeah.
Cook, do you have a favorite knockout or favorite fight?
Oh, I think Garbrandt was the best knockout of the evening for me. That was just devastating. The Nunez-Spencer fight I liked a lot as well. I did enjoy that. I watched it on the replay. I enjoyed that fight. But like I said, it was just – I don't know if she was toying with her or not, man. I just think she just couldn't knock her out. And she, Spencer had a good enough defense to keep her off her, to keep her from getting into a hold of any kind. I think that was it was just a long, tedious – it was almost like watching a defensive struggle, a 6-3 football game.
Right.
Yeah. If you like defense, you like seeing that ground and pound, then that was probably the best thing for you. If you don't like that, then you didn't probably enjoy that fight too much. If you were looking for the flashy knockouts, then you weren't going to get that in that fight. But it was a good fight. I actually enjoyed the UFC. I'm glad that Dana White's got it going on. I see that they've got UFC 252 set for Fight Island. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm so in debate about that one. I'll tell you what. Going into UFC 250, I was somewhat underwhelmed with the fight card. I really was. When I saw the fight card come out and I saw the main event come out with Spencer and Nunes, and I knew that Spencer had taken a blows with Cyborg and had came out above, but she handled her own.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little underwhelmed with that card. I really was. I was like, Nunes going to knock her out in the second round. This thing's going to be over. The main event's going to be done. I already know what's going to happen. Why are we doing this? And when Spencer landed all those rounds, I was quite impressed with her. And the main event was way better than I anticipated. So kudos to Spencer for putting on a show for us, because I do appreciate that, because I thought second round, this girl's gone. She's gone. Just give Nunes the belt. Let's go home, because you're just wasting my time at this point, Dana White. But yeah, kudos to Spencer for stepping in.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Spencer was going to go in there, and I was just like, we're going to play around the first round, the second round, boom, boom, boom. We're going to knock her out. We're going to go home. That's all I thought was going to happen. And that didn't happen. Spencer held her own. Kudos to her. And yeah, so
I have a question for you too.
Talk to me.
So the MMA stuff going on and watching what we saw happen. You saw a submission, you saw a knockout.
Yeah.
You had to be taken out. You want to be knocked out or taken out by submission?
Ooh, that's a tough choice right there.
Goodness gracious. Honestly, I would rather be knocked out. Just boom. I don't want to see the punch coming or the kick coming. Just bam, put me out. I'm done.
What about you, Mullins?
I'm thinking I would. Oh man, that's a tough choice, because you don't want to ever give up. But if your arms
that's
about
the thing
to
about
snap,
that submission, man. It's almost like they're making you.
Yeah.
You're not punking out, but they're almost like punking you out.
Yeah. So I'd probably have to go with the knockout too. We'll
make that a clean sweep. I want to be knocked out also. I don't want to be choked out. Or even worse, like, oh, God, I feel like my arm's going to snap in half.
Yeah, that would be worse.
I'd rather be choked out than have my arm break, I think.
I don't know. The choke out would be even worse. I think the absolute worst, because the guy's just sitting there whispering in your ear, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
That's happening. That's,
go night night.
Yeah.
God,
what's that movie? Tom Hanks was in the World War II movie. Saving Private Ryan. That guy stabbing him with a knife.
Yeah.
Every time I see that scene, I just want to.
I can't watch that part.
Me off. I can't watch it either.
I have to move. You fast forward. I can't watch that part.
See,
me absolutely nuts.
I actually watched that movie. I love it. That whole scene right there. I like it because it's real. Because that's exactly what happened. Is that whole slow thing, that personal combat, fight to fight like that. I like watching it. It freaks me out at the same time, because that's exactly probably how it is. It's that personal of a fight,
Yeah.
But same thing. I love that movie. I can't get into that though. Okay, Let's go to Kerry's stat of the week. I look forward to it all the time. Here it is, people. Kerry's stat of the week. Bring it, Kerry.
All right. We already talked about baseball season being cut. 76 games or 89 games. If it's 89 games, then my stats not going to be too impressive. Basically, I went back. I wanted to know what the shortest seasons were.
Okay.
So outside of the 94-95 season, which was a strike season that happened just after the break, or the All-Star, the mid halfway through. Outside of that, the shortest game or seasons would have been back in, let's see, what is this? 1877.
Oh, I was close. I said 1880s. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
1877 had 60 games. 1879 had 84 games. So 1883 had 98 games. So, I mean, even if they go with 89 games, we're talking even during the World War I and World War II, they still had more games than what is going to get played this year. And these guys are whining. I mean, Come on. Just get out there and play. We need sports.
All right, Cook. I'm going to let you have it, dude. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Man, I think it's just time to put up and, let's play some ball, man. Let's cut the nonsense out. I would say I would like to see them get a little more creative with the season. If they want to really put the hammer down, tell them, all right, screw y'all. You're not going to get your 40 games either. We're going to take all the teams. We're going to put them in a bracket, best of 3 series all the way out. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I see 150 years and, we haven't had a season like this. And so that's what these guys are going to be known for if they keep this up.
My problem, what we talked about before, and I'm not going to get into it too deep, but is the fact that the greater good. There's a greater good sometimes, right? There's a greater good. Baseball is it's a game, right? It's a game, and you have the privilege of playing a game every single day as your career, as your job, and you'll be involved with it probably, most of these guys, for the rest of your life in some sort. Front office, running camps, do various things, So in my head, the greater good is play the game, play the game and get over it. But I'm with Cook. I would love to see something very interesting that they do with this instead of just playing 89 straight games. I would love to see something very interesting just to captivate us, because right now you're losing a lot of baseball fans. So captivate us with something.
And anyways, how you gonna, if you start going up to 89 games, you're not gonna be able to fit this thing in, man. There's just no way. They've got to start now, and they don't have their ducks in a row yet. So yeah, let's just do something entertaining instead of screwing around.
Yeah, I agree. So, Kerry stat of the week, everybody. Thank you, Kerry. All right,
stat, Kerry.
Hey, let's go to round number two. All right, NBA approved the 22-team format to finish their season. Say somebody got it together, right? The NBA Board of Governors voted Thursday to approve a 22-team format to restart the 2019-2020 season July 31st in Orlando, Florida, under the plan Western Conference team, the 13 Western Conference teams and 9 Eastern Conference teams to play 8 regular seasons seeding games in a possible play-in tournament for the 8th and 9th seed at Walt Disney. The play-in tournament will include 8 and 9 teams in the conference. And are y'all guys excited about the NBA season coming back?
Well, first off, if Mickey Mouse and Goofy aren't the referees in these games, then I don't want to watch. You have to have it.
I'm going to stop the show right there. Right there. We're going to stop the show. I'd like to tell everybody good night, and that's where we're going to go home.
Wow.
Good. Are you excited about the NBA?
I'm excited about the NBA returning. It's going to be weird to watch it, though. I know there's going to be no fans or no family for the first round. And then after the first round, they said they'll allow family to be there for the games. Excuse me. So it's going to be interesting to see. Is it just going to be like them looking like they're playing in a high school gym? What's it going to look like? Is it just going to be empty seats? Are they going to pump in music? I take that back. I did hear that the debate is that they're working with 2K Sports to pump the 2K Sports sound that they use in their video games into the games.
Wow.
That's weird. But,
that is
whatever.
Weird.
They're going to figure it all out, I guess. It'll be interesting. I'm excited the NBA's back. The 8-9 seed thing, that's a little twist. I think it's kind of cool, whatever. I'd like to see them do something a little more different, kind of like we talked to the NBA or the Major League Baseball. I've been telling you from word go, I wanted the NBA to do a 30-team seed up just like the NCAA and just call it good. We're going to do a 30-team bracket, top 2 teams in each conference, get a bye, and let's just go a single elimination, 1 game each. Let's go. That's what I wanted.
I kind of like that idea. I like that format. It sounds interesting. You know what I'm excited for? I am excited for the NBA to be back in a quasi kind of way. But I'm hoping that the pictures that the Korean baseball uses, those guys, I hope those guys ship to the Walt Disney and they put them in the stands. That's what I'm excited for. Let's call those guys up and say, who colored those guys? Because I need about 10,000 of them to put into the Walt Disney arena. Can we do that? That's what I'm excited about.
If it's Walt Disney, it's all going to be Walt Disney characters.
It's okay.
Right.
It could be the South Korean, Mickey Mouse or whatever. I mean, I'm assuming they're the same.
You have Mickey Mouse sitting next to Luke Skywalker.
Ooh.
Or how about the stands from those pod races in the Star Wars movies?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Either way, I'm excited. Somebody put some, paper people in the seats and have some fun. So that's what I'm excited for. Now, I am excited for a return. I thought the NBA went too far with this whole let's everybody play fair because Damian Lillard's a baby, and let's throw 13 Western Conference teams in there and make everybody happy. Now we have to add somebody else in there. So the only thing I hate about it is the fact that we're so accommodating. We can't just say, you know what, these are the 8 teams. These are the 8 teams, how we left the season. We're going to give everybody a chance to warm up. We might play a couple of games just to make sure that, everybody's ready to go. And if you don't want to play because you're not part of the 8 teams, then you don't have to play. Your season's over. That's fine. And be done. I wish Adam Silver, had the balls to do that instead of being, I'm so sorry, Damian Lillard. Let me do something so I can help you feel better about yourself. Let me help you do something like that. Like the guy doesn't already have enough money already. So
exactly. And I think the 8-9 seed thing, they have to be within 4 games. I mean, come on. 4 games. I mean, that's what is that?
Yeah.
If it was a game or a half game, sure, but they only have to be within 4 games of the 8 seed. What are you going to do if you have 3 teams tied for the 9th seed and they're all within 4 games of the 8 seed? Then what are you going to do?
Exactly. You make it harder on yourself. Just be like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. It is what it is. You're not in the 8th seed. You're a grown man. You're going to have to deal with it. You know,
Handle
that's
your
what it
business
is.
in the regular season like you should have been doing, and you wouldn't be worrying about this crap.
Exactly. That's why I don't like this format. It's the only thing I don't like about this format. Everything else about coming back, sure. But I don't like the format because we're just a bunch of babies and we have to accommodate every freaking buddy all the time. I don't know why that is. I'm stealing your thunder, Cook, for your rant of the week. I'm sorry.
No. You're good, man. Roll with it.
It just pisses me off to no end. These all the accommodations all the time. Goodness gracious. Mullins, you say something because I'm about to get mad.
I hope Goofy.
Who do you think's got the favorite? I mean, you think besides the okay? Let me ask you guys this. Besides the top favorites, obviously the Lakers and the Clippers and Milwaukee. Who else do you think has got the shot at winning this thing?
Oh, the Mavericks are going to take it.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's pretend that's
Vegas says,
hey, they were actually playing pretty decent this year. Come on.
Vegas says that the Rockets have the 4th best chance, which I find that quite interesting. But I forgot that they were playing that small ball too going into the break, the COVID break, whatever you want to call it. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. And have you seen these reports and these pictures of James Harden? Have you seen what he's been doing?
Does he not have a beard anymore? What is it?
I know the dude's been working out to get better shape for the small ball, and he's lost like 20 pounds.
Holy moly!
Yeah, he looks like a stick. Someone's gonna break him.
You do realize they're not going to win, right? Because Mike D'Antoni is the head coach, right?
Well, they're not going to, even if
they're not going to win.
They're not going to win it, but it's going to be interesting to see what Harden's going to look like on the court.
No, the second best team that I think has an awesome chance outside of the Lakers and the Bucks and the Clippers. I think that the Celtics are a dark horse, and I give the next dark horse I get behind that is the Raptors, dude. The Raptors, I think, are for real.
I want the Raptors to repeat.
So I don't know about repeating.
I want them to win and repeat. Well, if they win, they repeat, right?
Well, yeah,
they won last year, so I want them to repeat. I want them to win this thing, man.
Yeah,
and I
know you do.
When they do win, I want them to point at the screen and say, "In your face, Kawhi."
Oh, shoot.
Wow.
With that, let's go to the rant of the week because I want to get mad again. So let's go. Cook, this is your 56 cents of the week. Give it to me, man.
I'm sick and tired of Dalvin Cook.
Because he has your last name.
Last name, yeah.
He has your last name.
Doing the Cook name wrong. This dude needs to shut up, sit down, and play the bus, just like everybody else, man. I come in the league. I got my 4-year deal. Now, granted, he's making $1.3 million this season. I feel bad for the guy. He can't pay his electric bill this month because he's for $3 million this year. He wants an extension. He wants an extension now. But that's not how it works, dude. If the team gives you an extension, great. Maybe they just want to franchise you.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks to be you. You get a $35 million contract for one season. Good Lord. Shut up and play ball. Quit the whining. Same with Dak, the whole back pay thing.
Dak.
And all these other guys. Zeke's sitting out. He had 2 years left on his damn contract, and Zeke sits out saying he wants an extension. You can't be sitting out saying you're not going to report. If I were the Vikings, man, I would. If I had the money, man, you would not want me as an owner because I would franchise your ass and sit you on the bench and want to let you play it down. I'd make you sit there and watch the rest of the team play, and I'd make you dress for the game, and I'd make you sit there on the damn sideline.
You make him dress?
I would Marcus Allen your ass like the Raiders did. I would sit your ass on the bench in a full uniform and not put you in the game.
Dang, dude. Woo.
Shut up and play ball. You're going to get your money. They already said they're going to pay you. They already said, we are going to pay you. We are going to get you done. It has to happen in the proper time frame when we get the salary cap done, so it may happen at the end of the season, but you're going to get your money. They have a history of paying. Hell, they gave Kirk Cousins $86 million guaranteed contract. They're going to handle Dalvin Cook. They're going to take care of him. Shut up and play ball or sit your ass on the sideline and be quiet.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, he said he wants a reasonable extension, which what I understood is like just below Le'Veon Bell money, which is about $12 to $13 million. Is that to me? That's not reasonable. That's not reasonable at all because you haven't done anything.
That's top of the market money. It's top of the market money. You're not top of the market money back. Great, you're a good back. You're a good running back. I will give you that. You're a good running back.
Yeah.
You're not a great running back.
No.
You're not an exceptional running back. You're a good running back.
Well, let's get on this.
Have another great year this year, and then we'll talk about having great money. But right now, shut up, man.
It's the same situation as we have with Dak. I mean, what have you won? Nothing. So until you prove your worth, don't be asking for extensions. You signed the contract that you signed. Play it through.
Now, I did listen. I listened to this part of it today because I was really interested. Right? Someone was pointing out that on their depth chart, I mean, basically it's him and there's nobody else. I mean, is that good leverage to play, Cook? As far as this is on your reign is concerned, or you're just like, you know what, you need to just don't even worry about it.
No, they got Madison. Madison, isn't it? Isn't that guy's
Yeah.
second?
Yeah.
I put him in. That dude played well last season when Dalvin Cook was out. He played very well. I'd saddle him up and say, let's roll, man.
Okay. I mean, he runs hard. Madison ran hard. He's a hard runner. He's not like Dalvin Cook with speed, but as far as a downhill hard runner, he runs hard. So
I'd call him on his bluff, man. I would go with Madison and get rolling. And if he wants to come back and play, then let him come back and play. I'm not paying him anything until the season's over, though. And then if I feel like he's justified, I will pay him the money that I think he deserves. But don't be doing this holdout crap before your contract's even up. It's your rookie deal.
I love it, dude. I love it.
And he's going to get paid. He got the same money as Dak, too. You know, they get the little side paychecks from the NFL if they perform their rookie deal. That's why it's there. Yeah. So shut up. Get out there and play.
Dude, I think I need you to be a general manager somewhere because I just need you to make this happen, okay? Just figure it out. Start applying for jobs and just see what happens, okay?
I will do that.
Cook's rant of the week, everybody.
I'll apply for the Texans when Bob's gone.
Nice. Let's go to round number 3 on our topics today, guys. Hey, so Texas A&M regarding team play in the fall. What is this? Made their announcements about something that's going on and some impacts they're going to have. I saw that today. So what are your thoughts, Cook?
Well, I saw that they went ahead and they tested all the athletes.
Yes.
Every one of the athletes has been all 500, and of the 500, I think they had 5 come back positive.
Yep.
Yeah. So they actually anticipated a higher number than that, but only 5 tested positive, and of course those 5 were asymptomatic. So I find that, it's interesting. It's interesting to me how these COVID tests have been so hard to get a hold of, but all these sporting agencies have just ass tons of COVID tests where they can test everybody every day all season long. But the dude down the street from here can't go get a COVID test. He's got 105 fever. He can't go get a test to find out if he's got COVID or not. So it's interesting to me. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I keep hearing that. I also read a stat that they said that A&M able to fit 50,000 people in the stands this season for a game, according to the regulations and the protocol. It'll be interesting to see what happens. What's going to be interesting, and it's going to happen, it's just a matter of time, is what happens during the season when someone tests positive. What do you do when you do have a positive case? Is it that person the only one who gets quarantined, or anybody he came in contact with? How are you going to handle that? That's what I want to see. I want to see how these teams handle that when it takes place.
Yeah. Mullins, give me your thoughts, man.
Yeah, I'm glad these guys are getting back. So today was the first day that they were allowed to voluntarily come back in, and they can meet with their strength and conditioning coaches and the head coaches. Jimbo Fisher said that he was super excited to be able to get to see these guys in person again. He says, he's been in contact with them, with Zoom meetings and such, but, the face-to-face interaction is priceless, especially when you're talking with your guys. You're trying to get them pumped up, ready for the season. You got to have that face-to-face. So I'm super excited about them getting back in and getting ready for the season. And then, like Cook says, even if they can only have 50,000 students or fans, in the stands, that's way better than nothing. So
that's a couple questions I have for you on that too. What do you think? How do they decide what 50,000 get in? You've already got how many season tickets does A&M have?
It's going to be a fight.
Are they going to do a lottery to figure that out, or is it the biggest owners are going to get their tickets first? Obviously.
Well, yeah, those guys. I guarantee you, those guys are
going to do it.
Yeah. And then how many students are you going to let in? So it's going to be interesting to see how they figure that out on that part of it. And one thing I want to see the NCAA step up and go, you know what? I know June's a dead period where coaches can't talk to players. It's usually just strength and conditioning coaches only. They were out for so many months. Drop it. Let the coaches talk to the players this month. Why not? Yeah. Why can't you have them in there and go ahead and let them go ahead and have a couple of allot so many hours a week for them to be able to do film study too if they want. Why not? I mean, they missed out on their spring trainings. Why not let them have a little bit of time voluntarily? Make it voluntarily. Don't make it where they have to do it. Yeah. But allow them to do it if they want to do it, and allow them to have access to their coach if they want to have access to their coach. I think it's stupid not to do that right now.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
but it is NCAA. Oh.
It is. They are all over the place. So I was excited to, hear about some of these things that A&M announced. As far as their protocols and everything, it's going to be tough. I mean, you're in a locker room. I mean, if one guy tests positive and you're in a locker room, that's going to be hard to hold down because I'm thinking, God, you're within, you're within what, at least 15, 20 people within a short distance right there if you test positive. That's the thing that worries me the most right there is how they're going to handle that. And you can't separate that locker room unless you go into somebody else's locker room. But as a whole, I hope things go well for college football across the board. Any of the programs that are coming in that are trying to play a season, I hope they do, because those guys that are really trying to make it to the next level, they only get so much time, right? And you lose the eligibility. I don't want that to happen. So
that'll be interesting to see what happens with once we start getting close to the playoffs, right? Say, you got an SEC championship game and it's a play-in, and the winner of the SEC championship game is going to make it. And on Wednesday you find out your center tests positive for COVID.
Yeah,
for the championship game. How many people are going to sweep that under the rug if he's asymptomatic and they're like, screw it, we're not going to say a word, he's playing? Or
exactly,
if he does test positive, does that team go against the other team missing 40 players? How does that work out? That's going to be interesting.
It will be interesting. So we could go down this rabbit hole a whole lot, but I'm going to throw one more topic at you guys. I have to sneak this in right before the show is over, okay?
Uh-oh.
I don't like this one, okay? But I'm just curious about your thoughts, okay? So this is right off the cuff, okay? So I watched Jalen and Jacoby today, and they were talking about how players are objecting to certain statues and things on campus. I'm not going to get too far into this. I don't like our show to be political, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want the show to be very political, okay? But he is saying that some of these athletes should be a whole lot more enlightened and will stay away from these Southeastern Conference teams because of their buildings and facilities or statues that are located on campus. In particular, on A&M campus, the Sol Ross statue people have been talking about a lot. Okay. So he's saying that some of these players are going to start going to more historical black colleges or universities. Do you buy that at all, Cook?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it'll be interesting to see. I'm going to bet that it's going to take one major athlete to do that. And once that one major athlete does it, then I think you could see a trend. Until someone major does it, though, who has an option to go anywhere they want to go and chooses to make that decision, then I don't think you're going to have that. I think the guys, you may have some guys who are borderline SEC players or borderline, Power 5 conference, and be like, well, you know what, I'm going to do this, and maybe they make it a political statement at that point saying, well, I'm going to do this because of this, when actually they really didn't have the opportunity. But if you do have one of those guys that comes in, it is just a stud 5-star recruit and says, you know what, I'm going to do this, then maybe it will start a trend. Possibly.
Okay. Mullins, you buy into this at all?
I don't think it'll start a trend. I think you'll see maybe a handful of people do it, possibly. But these guys are smart enough to know they're talking about their careers. Mm-hmm. So, if they don't go to Alabama and they ended up going to Prairie View A&M,
mm-hmm.
they know that's a bad move for their career.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a sellout. A lot of people might say, well, that's a sellout. No, it's not. It's these guys' livelihoods, their families' livelihoods.
Mm-hmm.
All of that is on the line. They got to do what's right for them. Now, whatever that may be, only they can tell that. So I think you'll see a handful of guys, but I don't think you'll see a bunch.
Okay. I tell you this, it'll happen. If it happens, it'll be very short-lived because they're going to realize, holy cow, I'm not on TV every other Saturday, and I don't get the exposure that I used to normally get. And I might still get in the draft, and I still might make it. But as far as being a top 10, top first-round pick or, into the second round, mid-second round pick and making that rookie contract and everything, not going to happen. All of a sudden, the money's going to talk, and you're like, oh, that's why I went to the SEC school, because they have all that money over there. That's right. I forget about it. All that TV exposure. Same thing in the Big Ten, the ACC, and the Pac-12. I have all these things. I forgot about that. Oh, that statue over there. Does it mean that much to you anymore? Because now I'm going to be a first-round projection after 3 years, and now I'm going to be in the NFL. So, ta-da! Everything's going to go back to normal all over again. So
I will say on that as well, the people you hear talking about it are not in college.
Correct.
It's not the players in college. You hear the professional players talking about it. Yeah, they've already made it through college. They already got their money. I heard, I'm not going to get into the names, but there is a wide receiver who's no longer playing in Houston, playing in a different city, who says he refuses. That's why he refuses to mention his college's name at the beginning of Monday Night Football because of that. Well, if it bothered you that bad, did you know about it before you went?
Exactly.
Did you know it when you got there? Why wasn't an issue big enough to bring it up when you were there? Or bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up instead of just saying you're not going to say the name.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
And that's another thing. Why not go to the school and then bring light to what you think is wrong. And if people agree with you, then you might be able to make a change.
Yeah. You know what? These guys, I give a lot of kudos to these guys out there playing ball for the university. I know they make money for the university, but if things like this mean a lot to you, they should mean a lot to you beforehand. It shouldn't be something like this that all of a sudden, like, oh, yes, right, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm on the board too. That mob mentality, or that, you don't get on the train with everybody else and not thinking for yourself, that bothers the mess out of me, because you should have thought about that before you walked in the doors. If it was that important, don't do that. Don't jump on the train just to jump on the train. Don't do that. That's what bothers me about this whole topic. Okay, I'm going to leave you back with something fun before we leave the show, because I don't want to end on that way. Okay, so I just worked out today. Okay, tell me your top 3 places if you want to destroy your diet or cheat your diet on a cheat day, guys. I know most of y'all are pretty disciplined.
Oh,
where do you go? Mullins, you're going to go first.
Oh, man, the top 3, I'm going to have
top
to say
3.
On the Border.
Okay.
Love On the Border. Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
And Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Love me some pasta, man.
That is good. Pasta definitely is good. All right, Cook, man. Tell me your top 3 places you're going to destroy your diet at, man.
I don't really have places. I'm going to give you foods, though.
Okay, that'll work.
Give me chicharrones with some queso and meats.
Yeah.
What?
I'm all about that. I will tear that up like nobody's business.
I didn't even know you did that, dude.
Oh, man. I will tear that up. That is okay. That is a diet blower. And it's a little different for me, too, because you guys know I had surgery, so my diet's a little different. I can't indulge in some of the things I normally would.
Yeah.
But the chicharrones, man, I can handle that. I can do that.
Okay.
Mainly mine's Mexican food, man. Give me some crazy fajitas too, man. I'm all about the fajitas and throw all that stuff. It's not as, outrageous as some things, but that's pretty outrageous for me.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite things to do, and I recently did this. I was talking to Mullins on the phone about it yesterday when we were talking. I go to Buc-ee's and I get their bucket of cheese and sausage. Oh man, you can't beat that.
Are you talking about the thing in the cup?
Yeah, their bucket of cheese and sausage. That cheese and sausage and pretzels. Man, that right there, that's my jam, man.
Really?
That's number 2 on my list, man. I take those chicharrones though with that queso and meat first over anything, and I will tear that up. I would make myself sick eating that stuff, man. Now before surgery, I think one of my favorite things to eat of all time was that spaghetti stuff that Mullins made, man. That stuff was
chicken spaghetti.
Yeah,
chicken spaghetti is good.
I can distinctly remember sitting in Mullins' living room watching Emmitt Smith breaking the world record or breaking the NFL rushing record, thinking that my gut was going to explode and I was going to die on his couch.
Right.
Oh man,
what do you Stuff's dangerous.
Oh, my stuff? Oh, dude. Okay. I got 3 things. Okay. They're very distinct. Okay. In that particular order, it depends on the day, right? So I'll just start it off. Whataburger. Oh, yeah. Whataburger with cheese, bacon, add jalapenos, large fry, a large Dr. Pepper, dude. Man, I am in heaven. I love that. I might not eat anything the rest of the day because it might make me through all the way, but I love that. It's just so Texas, right? The second thing is barbecue. Oh, dude, I will tear up some barbecue and hurt myself on some barbecue, whether it's stuff I made at home or if I'm going somewhere, but it's got to be good. It's not like going to Rudy's or going to C&J's, no offense, C&J's. But, Truth Barbecue in Brenham, the LJ's in Brenham, 1775 here in College Station. Those guys are the real deal. I love eating that. And then, of course, the last thing is Mexican food. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be breakfast tacos, it could be enchiladas, it could be fajitas. The chips and the salsa destroy me, and then I still eat, and then I put down with the sweet tea too. So those 3 things, man, and I love destroying my diet every once in a while.
I forgot about the green sauce from Casa LA. I could put that into an IV bag and just inject that straight into my veins. I would do that. But I can't eat chips. However, and this will make you laugh, Sosa.
Okay.
I found some chips that I can eat now.
Oh God, what? Cauliflower.
They're cauliflower chips. I can eat them. I got some cauliflower chips, man.
Golly.
I was eating some chips and salsa today with my cauliflower chips.
Wow.
I think we should spend them for a week, Mullins. What do you think?
That's it. Yep.
I think he should be
on the
suspended for a
bench.
week. He is. You're gonna dress though, and you're gonna be here, but you're not gonna participate.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not gonna mark us out on me, man.
Okay.
I accept my paycheck.
You're going to be there, and we're going to mute you.
That's right. We're gonna mute you the whole time. I want to ask Mullins just to mute you, and that's it, man.
What's going to happen?
Okay. One more thing on top of that. So, what do you finish your meal with? If you're destroying your whole diet, what are you finishing with? Is it chocolate? Is it ice cream? What do you finish it with, Mullins?
Oh my God, ice cream.
Ice cream?
Bluebell homemade vanilla ice cream. That's my all-time favorite.
Okay.
And key lime pie. It's really close. Sometimes I mix the two.
Okay. Cook.
We discussed this last week. I'm not a big sweets eater. I don't eat sweets, but I will say this. And I can't eat sweets really that much now. I can't
just show me your Russian tattoo.
It's gonna be
now. Okay.
cauliflower ice cream.
But I will say this: pre-surgery,
okay,
my favorite dessert to eat would be a slice of buttermilk pie with vanilla ice cream on top of it.
Oh, that's good.
Buttermilk pie.
I can't eat that stuff anymore. I can't eat it anymore. But before surgery, buttermilk pie, scoop of vanilla ice cream from Bluebell.
That was
good stuff.
Good call.
Okay, mine's Bluebell also. It was pralines and cream until I found this thing called Cookie Two Step, and Cookie Two Step has that Oreo in it, and it's got the cookie dough in it with the homemade vanilla.
Yep.
Dude, yeah. Even a small container can go real fast.
Right.
Why does it get so complicated? Why is it so complicated? You said it's Oreo cookie with cookie dough and
something vanilla. And vanilla. The vanilla. Yeah, it's good. It's not complicated. We're talking about that's the best three things you can put together in the world. There's nothing complicated about that.
I don't know the best three things in the world.
Oh, it is. It is the best three things in the world. Okay. All right, guys. That's our show tonight. You can catch us on our Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at Off Our Game. You can also email us at offourgame@gmail.com. Mullins, any final words?
Yeah, Goofy and Mickey Mouse better referee those games.
Cook, what is your final word?
I got two things. I'm going to drop a bow on Dalvin Cook, and then after that, I'm going to eat me some cauliflower chips.
That's the show, guys. We love it. Come again for the next episode, and good night.